Hi everybody. Guess who's back? Um, so I've been absent for a few weeks now. Really, I was going through some mental health issues. Last time I think I posted a video, it was about trying to get back into exercising regularly, dealing with overtraining, which I'd never really done before in my life. But it had a very real and tangible effect on my mental health. There were also some other things that I did at the same time. I stopped taking ashwagandha, which is an immune system booster, mood stabilizer. And I'd taken it regularly, a pretty high dose for, 7 or 8 years now. I also stopped taking creatine, both for silly reasons. Not so much the ashwagandha on purpose, because I'm so sensitive to my routines. I was going to start drinking my ashwagandha. There was a drink mix that had gut boosting properties to it. It had ashwagandha and magnesium in it. So I was going to add it in, and all of this stuff kind of happened at the same time. Our air conditioner went out, and we kind of went on a spending freeze at our house, and we discontinued all of our reoccurring subscriptions at Amazon, and my creatine was one of them. And just out of silliness, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stop taking creatine, not really taking into account the cognitive benefits that creatine helps. I was only looking at it from the muscle building aspect. So I stopped doing two major things that supported my emotional health. The creatine, which was huge cognitively. I would take 10 to 15 grams of creatine a day. That's about all my digestive system will handle without causing some pretty serious diarrhea. And then I was taking 1,200 milligrams of ashwagandha a day. And then I just kind of stopped taking both of those abruptly, along with the emotional aspects of overtraining. I was in a slump, man. Up until a few days ago, I was seriously considering going back to the doctor again to up my antidepressant that I already take. I couldn't get out of the funk. Every time I would come out here to try to work out, it was like pulling teeth. It was so difficult to just come out here and just do something, right? That's kind of my tagline, just do something. And haven't been running, haven't felt motivated, have been having trouble sleeping. I mean, you name it. I've been struggling with it. So I thought, wait a minute, what about not stopping my ashwagandha? I wonder if that has had the effect, because I'm a very analytical person. I'm always trying to think about why something's happening all of a sudden, like the intense feelings of depression that I was feeling. It seemed pretty extreme for just overtraining, which I'm not downplaying. The emotional, depression is listed as one of the mental health issues that we can have from overtraining. So anyway, I used ChatGPT and kind of plugged some stuff in and asked it to verify it. And I'll be darned if that wasn't a big part of the culprit. So I added both of those back into my regimen. I went home from work that day and drank a big glass of creatine. I take an unflavored, creatine, like I'm sure most people do. and I have a drink mix, that drink mix, and I drank a double of those because it only has 200 milligrams of ashwagandha in it. Went back to the store, got my 1200 milligram supplement, and started that the very next morning. And it was probably the placebo effect, but even just within the next day, I think just knowing that I'd found a solution, I started to feel better. And man, today I feel great. I'm looking at like what I want to do as far as continuing my workout routine. I've been leaning more towards not necessarily CrossFit, but a CrossFit style workout, something that is a little bit less, I don't want to say intense, but volume oriented. I was doing 4 or 5 exercises per muscle group per workout, supersets with 15 to 20 seconds rest in between. And then I was running 5 miles after that. And then I was only getting about 6 hours of sleep a night, 6 to 7 hours of sleep a night. So it's no wonder that just within a few short months of being on vacation that I already gotten myself into some trouble with overtraining. And so here I am, Saturday morning, back in the gym, trying to figure out what I want to do. I want to do a full rounded, full body experience in my gym. I want to have fun. I want to do something that is going to keep me engaged, that I'm looking forward to doing every morning. And I've been leaning more towards, this CrossFit style of exercise because it is fun. It's shorter. It's high intensity. Those guys have great physiques, but above and beyond that, they're great exercises. They focus a lot on compound exercises. And I can kind of check all those boxes with a shorter workout, right? Because that's something that all of us, I can probably guess, struggle with is time management. So I'm happy to report I'm back. Oh, also a big piece of this, this week I started Wegovy again. As some of you guys know, I mean, I have 12 followers on YouTube, but I struggle with my weight, and I had stopped taking my Zepbound injection for a couple of reasons, and I thought that I could maintain my weight, but man, I'd gotten all the way down to 210, and when I went to the doctor on Monday, I was at 237, and obesity is a chronic disease. When you struggle like I do with binge eating and emotional eating, and as an addict in recovery, I haven't had any mind-altering substances in over 8 years, but my disease still exists and it wants to satisfy itself somehow, and that generally shows up in the form of food. So I'm on the Wegovy journey. I'm gonna get back down to where I was, 200, 210, wherever, and then I'm gonna stay on a maintenance dose. That's the plan. And so I'm kind of working through that. These early days with the Wegovy, man, that's got some intense nausea. That's the difference, the major difference between the Zepbound and this. Of course, that's what that GIP-1 piece versus just the GLP-1. That's what it really helps. So it allows you to have a little higher dosage with less nausea. I'm at a much lower dosage of the GLP-1, I believe. I'm not a scientist, so you could correct me if I'm wrong. On the Wegovy, and it does not have that GIP piece that helps with the nausea. So the nausea can be pretty intense. I haven't thrown up yet, but there's been a couple times where I thought I was going to. Anyway, so I'm out here this morning trying to figure out what I want to do. Might just have Chat GPT create me a CrossFit workout today and do it. But I think the important thing is to have fun. You know, it needs to not feel like it's a job, unless it's your job. There are some people out there that are lucky enough to, you know, do fitness for a job. And so, you know, anyway, so I've got to enjoy what I want to do. So I'm going to keep following my own advice to just get out there and do something. Those of you that, you know, have been wondering about me, you know, I appreciate the few followers that I have. I'm going to try to get back on here pretty regularly again. But thanks for sticking with me through this 10.5-minute video as I kind of explain what's been going on with me. So I love y'all. Just get out there and do something.